help out another tree crew company today. They drop all these trees, and I brought the 080 here, and we're gonna just skid them right down the hill here so that Andy can come grab them. Shouldn't be that long. This fire just started up on us. It didn't even, nobody lit it or anything today. There's just some coals in it from yesterday or something. She fired up. Alrighty, I'm gonna do a little talking to the camera now, Haas. They got several loads of logs here, all cut up. Dad's got to run around, still bump all the knots, so it's still kind of difficult to get everybody on board with that. But for those of you guys that are always asking about the helmets that we use, the Protos helmets, they're very, very common, pretty expensive. They're more expensive than they are common. But we have different sets of communication in each of them, trying different brands. And this one's got kind of a cheaper brand on it, and it seems pretty reliable. You get one run with the battery each day, you gotta charge it every night, kind of like your phone. But it really helps having constant communication with each other all day long. Again, a different tree outfit did this job, and having this excavator with the rotating grapple makes doing these jobs pretty efficient. Might not be super fast, but what else are you going to get up in here and do all this stuff with? 20,000-pound excavator does a pretty nice job of moving these green logs, and I can still haul with the pickup. Seems like we do quite a few of these jobs. It's kind of nice because they do all more or less the hard work. Some of them will do the brush clearing too, or mulching that up. You can send one of them guys down here is one that needs to be pumped. Hot here. We got a pretty nice cute little flow. Somebody said if there's not snow on the ground, that it's not cold. So, okay. Guys got to take the firewood all down the hill anyway, so I figure might as well I'll grab it and throw it down there. It gets it out of my way. I got fire is actually doing a little something now. I've got that many more loads to go. He hasn't seen his yacht in 6 weeks. Probably figured he better go see it. I asked Jim the other day, I was like, hey, which one of these machines can I take home with me today? I was like, that 290 got the rotor back on it. Or no, it had a mulcher head on it. I was like, I want to try that. And he's like, you already have that mulcher head. I said, I know, but I want to try it on the 290. He's like, I was like, just kidding. I think he might have just let me commandeer it for the night. But he was like, before I left, he's like, wait, you can take that. Oh, never mind. They haven't cleaned that one up yet since the rental, so you can't take that one. Whatever it was, I don't remember. Then we laughed. Iron hole. The vultures come to limb this log. Yeah, I see them out there. I rested on this stump so that they can safely bump these knots off of it. one of these logs around like that little one I just threw down there. And, get away from my little chainsaw rack.
Hear the relief valve. Something. Well, that one looks a little bit heavier. You got one tire off the ground. Where are you going with that thing? You could fly it. Oh. He'd learn a lesson. Uh-oh, look out there, peekaboo. Scoot it down the hill. Is that enough filming?
Yeah, just leave that firewood. That was a whoops. That one tried to get away from me, but I got it. Well, guys, here we go. This job is dang near wrapped up. Apparently that fire was lit quite a ways back and it still had some hot stuff in it, and they just repiled on top of it and she caught back on fire. But here's the log deck. I was going to fly the drone over for you guys, but that thing decided to have an epic failure. I'll go ahead and show that for you guys now. I've had nothing but trouble with GoPro Hero 7, Hero 6. I'm not going to buy the 8. It's a piece of garbage, I would imagine, just the same as the rest. And the GoPro drone, I think they discontinued anyway. I'm running a DJI Osmo Action style GoPro right now, and this thing has been flawless. So this morning when I fired that drone up, it didn't want to connect and it was losing signal, GPS signal failure, and then it took off second time with fresh battery, worked perfect, and then had plenty of battery on charge for the controller and the drone. And second or third time actually for today to film the outro, it took off running fine, and then it said it lost connection with the controller and it wanted to return to home. But in these trees, it was fly wherever you want. I had minimal control and I couldn't lower it, so I was trying to shoot it straight up so it could go out from underneath the canopy. And when I thought I had a spot for it to go up there, it decided it was just going to go straight. Ran over to this tree here, flipped over upside down, and went straight into the ground. it broke the gimbal right off the bat, and I was just fed up with it. I didn't want it to make it live another day. So the main thing I'm bummed about is it broke the gimbal. I'm not going to buy anything more GoPro. Absolute junk. Nothing of theirs I've been happy with. It's always had an issue. The DJI has been working good, and now we just got to move a couple of these pieces of firewood, and we'll finish up this job and go on to the next one. But I'm just a little ticked off about losing the drone. So no drone footage for a minute. It's funny how much faster it is to tie this thing down. Not having to deal with those ramps. Not having to deal with snap binders or regular ratchet binders. Hit it with the drill gun. We're on our way. This job's done. We've been here 4 hours. Not even bad. We do have a minimum charge, and this exceeded our minimum, plus hauling and stuff like that. For that all gets tied into one bill. But on the way home, oh, I forgot about them cans that they're gonna back up. On the way home, I'm just gonna drop this thing off at the next job. It happens to be right exactly on the way home. I passed it getting here, so sometimes things just work out. I was talking to those guys that are doing the cleanup for this job, and they were very appreciative that I spent 5 minutes and moved some of that brush around. What a excavator can do, or a skid steer, or even one of those little mini skid steer, the little dingo things, what they can do in just, you know, a fraction of the time that it would take several guys by hand to move brush, a machine just gets it done. And that excavator is something else as far as efficiency. I really like it. Very happy with that setup. Use that thing enough. The grapple's been on it pretty much like at least 95% of the time of the hours on that machine. I think it's got 2,100 hours on the machine now, and we got it at 585. The grapple's, it's getting a little worn out. It gets abused. It's actually one size small for the grapple that machine requires, but it's held up to everything I've thrown at it. It's just the bushings are getting a little clapped out. Might get something else if we can find a deal or something, but where the hell's Dad at? I thought he was turning around. Waiting for my dad to drive by. Or we'll just rebuild that grapple. Oh, there he is. Because it's been a good grapple. Where's Boone at? Where's Boone? Boone! Fire Boone! So to elaborate on the drone incident, it's had a couple close calls before, and it was counting its lives, in my opinion. It was lucky to have lasted this long for the issues that it's had. You know, it could have flown into stuff many times before. It just got lucky and it didn't happen. But today, it tried to do its own thing and fly itself, and it was wrong. Man, that was gnarly. When it hit that tree branch, it like gave it full power. When it hit the branch and flipped over, and it went to the ground with some speed. It is destroyed, but luckily the GoPro works, so I can still use that for time lapses and stuff. It's just a 6, but at the time it was more cost effective to buy the drone with the 6 rather than just get the 6 by itself, because, you know, it was only like twice as much to get it with the drone, and that worked out good. And I've used it a lot, but today. So if you guys want to send me a new drone, that would be appreciated. Got to figure out a new brand. I think the DJI is where it's at. I'm really liking. That's what I'm talking to right now. It's Osmo Action, and this thing has not fluttered once. It's not failed. It's not done anything. It's not frozen one time. And the GoPro Hero 7 Black, when I first got that thing, it froze within the first 5 minutes, and it's probably failed hundreds of times, if not maybe 1,000 times. It's failed a lot. Froze a lot. And then the same thing with the drone. Like, I probably spent just as much time trying to get that thing to fly as I did flying it. I'll say this right now, I'm done with GoPro. I'm not going to buy any more of their junk ever again. I remember another YouTuber saying that, and I thought he was silly, but if you're trying to rely on a camera and it's not going to stay there and film, If it's gonna fail for whatever stupid reason, then it's not worth keeping around, I'll say that much. But I'll catch up to you guys when we get up to this job up here. I got to maneuver some of these tight little back roads. These things are just, if I met another rig like mine coming through here, it's gonna be a problem. One of us is gonna have to back up. Got the rig unloaded at the next job. Both putties running shoddy and driver's seat, and there we do damage. Ah, you can see Boom back there. I want to show you guys this patch of trees that we got to remove from this place. For those of you guys that question why we remove them, and I'll show you why. Got my, you guys see in there? Put some straps on my Scotch blocks. Check out this clump here. This is the second time we've been in here. We took out, shoot, at least, I'm gonna say 3 loads out of here before. Most of our jobs are a couple days, sometimes a week. You know, 2 to 10 logging truck loads. Here comes a putty. But look at all these trees, they're all dead. Must be a dozen of them. What are you doing, buddy? You gotta go back up there, go. Come on, buddy, go home. Go home. There you go, good buddy. No, go. So we're gonna come back in here. I'm gonna get the Prime Tech, bring him in. Bunch of nasty dead pine. Take it out of here because one, they're dead. These big boys are gonna fall. And if you get at them soon enough, then they'll be still merchantable. So you can send them to the sawmill and they'll pay something for them rather than be junk that's super dangerous and impractical to take down by following it, because it could just collapse on you any second. So got a new sticker on here and a Yeti and a broken drone. But you guys can go on vbeltandson.com if you wanted to buy some stickers or some hats. Taylor makes these stickers. I had her make her a bigger one so it fit the toolbox right there, so I had some kind of signature as far as YouTube related stuff. This truck, I hadn't had any. But anyway, guys, hit them buttons, like, comment, subscribe. V-Belt give you a thumbs up to peace on out. Thumbs up. There you go. All right, guys. Comment if you guys got big old dead trees like this in your neck of the woods, because these are keeping us employed, I'll tell you that much. Later.